Hey everybody, and welcome back to American Truck Simulator. We are here in open beta 1.40, and well, as you can see by our truck, we've got some new truck chassis for the Western Star, and that's what we're going to be driving tonight. Hey Gary, what's up? Now, in addition to new chassis for the Western Star, we also have new lighting. And I don't know how well it's coming through, but when I booted this game up with the new lighting, I had no idea it was going to be nighttime. And I have to say, I really did feel and notice the new lighting. I've watched some streams of SCS and the new lighting being demonstrated, and I have to say, I really didn't notice it all that much in their streams, but in game, you can really get a sense for some of the things that they're doing with respect to the new lighting. Now, I wanted to go ahead and kind of come into the store here and basically check out the shop, and let's show you some of the configuration options in the Western Star. Of course, we had the day cab option, and that was pretty much the truck. Now we have the 48-inch sleeper, and then we have the 72-inch sleeper for the Western Star 49X. And then as far as chassis go, oh boy, we have chassis overload now. So we have a little old short 6x2. Kind of perfect for a, hauls around town. And then we have they're different chassis. So you'll notice these front wheels are kind of shifted forward on some of these. This one's kind of swept back. You can really see if you look at the headlights here. The headlights here are really at an angle, whereas on these other variants, the headlights are squared off. 6x4, so that both of the rear axles are drivable. And bigger tanks. And then we get into the 8x4. And then a couple different variants of the 8x4. And then the 8x6 is what we're going to be running tonight. Go with the super long 8x6. That's what we're going to be running tonight. I think the same engines exist. And I do believe that we have some more transmissions to pick from with the Western Star. Interior, I think it's pretty much the same options as we had before. Same with the paint colors. And then are some more configurations. They were talking about a new Forestry Bumper. And with the Forestry Bumper, you also have then, I believe, the ability to Forester Logger, and you can put in a grill guard. And mud flaps to that particular bumper. Standard logger, you can also have then a grill guard to that. So yeah, we got all kinds of cool stuff going on. Now I'm going to go and exit out of this because I don't want to take any of the changes that we've already done. Service my truck real quick. And we're going to head out. Run a load. Or 2 or 3. Oh, I thought I had picked a... thought I'd already taken a load. So obviously I came in here and I booted everything up. Got the... I want to take a long load. I want to stay down here south because I want to hit some of these new waypoints, viewpoints that are in New Mexico. They're also part of this update. There we go. That's what I wanted. Big old scraper. Now, what do you all think? Can you all pick up on the new lighting from the stream? I tell you, sometimes some of these things I am pretty dense on being able to pick up the changes. But to me, when I came in, I really felt like visually it was noticeably different. Man, what's really cool is we're going to be able to see the sunrise, and then hopefully really get a good sense for the lighting changes. Still can't manage to see those red lights. Just gonna have to do something about that. Let's get hooked up to this big bad boy. We have ourselves quite a long run. Not a long haul, but quite a long truck and trailer combination here. Oh. I figured if we're going to have such a long chassis and all those wheels on the ground, we needed to do some big, heavy hauls. Match the truck. Now anybody can, whoa, what you doing? Anybody can run the open beta. Just need to go into Steam and go to Properties, go to the Betas tab, and then select it. About a 3 gig download. They are suggesting that you run the open beta with a profile that doesn't have any mods activated because of the fact that well, the new lighting system is apt to possibly wreak havoc on certain mods. So yeah, it's coming in the morning now. We're going to be able to see the sunrise. I kind of feel like the interior is darker than it used to be. Still have our headlights on. And the dash lights are very subtle. Off and on. See if we still get those God rays into the sun. We got a few around the dangly tree. I don't know. I tried to equip my Hauling of Hope dangly bit, but it wasn't in the shop. I redeemed it on Steam through World of Trucks, but I don't know. Couldn't pick it. I'm doing pretty good, Paul. Hope you had a good Friday also. I get a sense that like the GPS screen is not as bright. See how the shadows work as we progress through the game day. I was also concerned about, whenever people start talking about new lighting, also wondering how well this would run performance-wise. I'd say it's running pretty darn slick, pretty darn smooth. Let's see if I can get that to pop up there. Yeah, we're humming along at 144 frames per second. Not too terrible bad at all. I actually set a frame limit at 144. So we could be pumping out more. Shadows of the truck. Shadow of the cargo. Pay attention. We've got some curvy bits coming up here. Yeah, it's awful bright for 6:30 in the morning. The sun. We're getting. Oh, look at it. You can see the shadows casting on the seat over there. I have to say I'm not that great at being able to compare this lighting to the old lighting. A lot of time I just don't pay attention to it. It's just something that's just there. I would be curious what you all think. Coming across well over the stream, or does it look more of the same? Oh, somebody was speeding. Who could that have been? Looks like our load is delivered up here to the left, to the right. Then we'll try to grab a load off to New Mexico. Hey, Jan, what's up? Welcome to the stream. Running a little ATS tonight, checking out the new open beta. Running the new 49X chassis. Move on over here. Oh, I'm doing pretty good. Oh, we need to go down one more. Well, I guess I could turn here and go down that road I haven't exposed. Because why not bring a super long trailer down a windy in-town road? I mean, if you were driving that Jeep back there, you might be a little worried about your bumper. You gonna give it to me? Oh, yes! I will take it. Good money, good money. Okay, what do we got? What we got in the way of heavy hauls? I mean, that's going to pay out a fortune. New Mexico, that is exactly where I wanted to go. Milling machine, 97,000 pounds. That looks great. Do it. Oh, I didn't get the truck and... Oh my gosh. How did I turn those on? Oh, that's the button I used to turn those on. Up. What kind of chassis options do they have in SnowRunner? Just a normal? Of course, I've got this huge truck now. Let's get turn a little more. Harder. I think there's our load right there. Good. Take a look at this thing. That is one serious long truck. It'd be interesting to see if we see AI trucks with these different chassis configurations. There's also chassis configs for some other base trucks in the game. We're going to take a look at those here in a wee little bit. I guess the biggest story with this update is the new lighting system, and then the new chassis configurations overall. Some new viewpoints. In fact, let's see, are we gonna go buy any of those? Some new viewpoints in New Mexico. Let's actually set up that one. On our way. And while we're here, let's take a look. Vehicle browser, truck browser. So let's start at the Cascadia. And we have a 4x2, little baby truck. Little wee baby truck. Perfect for those in-town runs. 4x2 with some bigger tanks. Got a 6x2, 6x4. Long 6x4. That is all the chassis. I mean, I guess the big one is these little 4x2 for the Cascadia. Western Star, we already looked at those. Lots of different options there. Mack Anthem. Talking about a little short baby Mack. Little baby Mack with the exhaust, that big old exhaust out the bottom. More contemporary style there. Then we move into some longer, big long chassis. 6x2, 6x4s. That's the Mack. International Lone Star. Again, a little, not a 6x4, a 4x2, sorry, a 6x2. 6x4s. 8x4 with a mid lift. Different tank options. Big old frame. Then we have the Peterbilt. Not a Mack, I'm a Peterbilt. That's from the Cars movie. We got a little 6x2s. 4s, 6x2s with a mid lift on the front axle. 8x4, 8x6, long boy. We go into the, who would even drive a Volvo? But at any rate, some people out there with bad taste, but okay. So we got 6x4, 6x2s, mid lifts, 8x4s, 8x4 long frame, the mid lift. Then we go into the Peterbilt 579. 4x2. Those things driving around town all the time, right? Short day runs. 6x4 long frame. And we're at W900. Short 6x2 W900. Lift. Longer with a mid lift. 8x6. 4s. 8x6 long frame. And then the Kenworth T680. Hey, Jingo's cute. What's up? 4x2. $150-gallon tanks on those things. Then up to long 6x4s. That's the different chassis now available to us in ATS 1.4 open beta. Man, running over railroad tracks with these long trucks, they always worry me that the train's going to show up and drop gate's going to come down right in the middle of the truck. Oh, another big long trailer. See if we can't get up to speed. Sure, just name the map. We get the server started up again. Get a map to get some folks interested. Yeah, right. Oh, that map is a mystery. Is it not? I was busy today with real work and didn't have a chance to look a little over. You know, I was going to do I was going to record the map video over lunch. Because Fridays are my work at home day. Because Wednesday and Friday is when our kids go into school. And I decided way back in the fall when school started up that I was going to do Monday, Wednesday, Friday at home. My wife does Tuesday, Thursday at home. So we kind of switch back and forth. And when we found out that the in-school days were Wednesday and Friday, I just decided, you know what, I'll just stay with my Monday, Wednesday, Friday home, because the drop-off and pickup schedule is just ridiculous. So the school opens at 8:10. 8:10 is when I can drop him off. He has to be dropped off between 8:10 and 8:30. Well, if I then drive 30-some minutes to work, okay, I'm going to get to work around 9, quarter to 9, 9 o'clock, right? Well, his school day is over at 3:20. So that would mean I would have to leave a little bit before 3 o'clock every day. So I'd basically be at work for about 6 hours out of an 8-hour typical day. So I just decided, well, I just take him to school. I'll come back to the house. I'll work, and then around 3:20 I'll go pick him up, because we literally live less than 5 minutes from school. And that basically will give me, by work, an extra hour of my time, right? Because I'm not going to and from on Wednesday and Friday. But today was pretty busy. Didn't have a chance to record it over lunch, so I recorded it right toward the end of the day. Fired the game up toward the end of the day to look at it, and it was like, are you kidding me? What the heck happened over there? Like 2 cars just sitting on the middle of the road. I do have to say, I think the new lighting is pretty light on the system. Doesn't feel like we're having any big, any frame impacts with the new lighting system. It's good to see. Seem to be locked in pretty steady at 144, 140s. I mean, when I find a map that's going to work for what I want to do. I want to do a red versus green team challenge, multiplayer. I need to find some folks willing to join Team Red. Whoa, we had some floating signs back there. Did you see them? No, Chris, they're not deliberately trying to push modders out. Whatever crazy conspiracy theory Facebook people are tossing out there is just insane. Joy Button 21. Now I wonder what one that is. Let's zoom. I forgot about that. That. Cameras. Joy button 21. This is the problem I have with button boxes. I just don't remember. Just don't remember what buttons I assigned to what. So start and stop engine. Oh, okay. There we go. Nitro Dad, what's up? I don't know, maybe another 30-day challenge, red versus green. Team Red. We'll pick either Case or Massey Ferguson. Team Green will have to run John Deere. And then we'll just wipe the surface. Team Green. Why are we having such bad QA? I don't know. I gotta think and I gotta hope. Okay, we gotta hope. We gotta hope that it's because the A team is focused on whatever the next farm sim is. And as a result, the D team is running QA. That's what I hope about. That's my hope. Just because there hasn't been an announcement doesn't mean that they're not working on the game. Now we have to double back. Oh, the car. Look, you hit me, and then you stop. Should shove you into oncoming traffic. Should do. Ah, you've been enjoying. Look, all that traffic is because of Clark sitting there holding up the entrance to the way station. I'm glad you've been enjoying the ATS fiasco that is me. Well, there's Farmall Forever, founding member of Team Red. Hey Cecil, how you doing tonight? But the reality is, Farm Sim 19 is the heaviest modded farm sim since the creation of the series. There are far more mods on the Giants Mod Hub in 19 than there were in 17 for both PC and console. Console hands down. I think we counted it up once. There was only maybe 500 mods released for console in 17. I think probably in mid 20, probably toward the end of 2019, I think we passed the total number of mods released for Farm Sim 17 in 19, and now we've gone an entire year since. And on average, there's 20 to 30 mods released per day in the mod hub. That's just in the Giants mod hub. That's not talking about all the Facebook warriors releasing mods over there. It's not talk. There's the floaty signage. This is for those air trucks that fly. So there are far more mods in 19. Far more modders in 19. Anyone that tells you that there are less modders in the game now than there were when 17 was out is just trying to inflate their own ego. Because that is not the case. There are far more first-time modders showing up in the Giants mod hub for mod submissions than there ever have been. And I would challenge you to say that for every modder that air quote quits farm sim, and I say air quotes quits farm sim because we all know that we could probably count on both hands the number of people that have quit farm sim and then released more mods. So for every person that quits farm sim, there's 2 more that pick it up and start releasing things. Now, the only thing that they're doing is they're pushing people away from the official mod hub, which means they're pushing modders away from the console players. And they're basically fracturing the player base from the modding community in general. I mean, I don't go to Facebook to look for mods because, quite frankly, it's too much effort. I can't find a damn thing on Facebook. I don't understand the stupid platform. Heaven forbid I try to reply back to someone that makes a comment to me because, one, I have no idea where the comments are, how to find the comments, let alone to reply back to them. .99% of the mod websites out there are just concerned with ad revenue, pop-up ads, stealing every other mod they could find hosted somewhere else, put on their own site. It's not worth my time anymore. Hey Parker, what's up? Oh, now what would be really cool, and I think I've seen this before, is, you know, if we have clouds, to have like the shadow of the clouds moving across the road. I don't know if I've seen that before or not. Yeah, and that's another thing Farmall Forever is the groups. My general opinion is too much of Facebook is I want to be well, it's too much of a Facebook is a popularity club. A click. You got to be in the group to get the mod. Okay, that's fine. But you know, you got to like basically apply to be in the group. And then hope Hope to God that you are deemed privileged enough to join their clique. That's the opinion I get out of it. Oh, I need to pay attention, find fuel. I mean, I've heard plenty of folks talk about, even in the Discord, how they've applied to be in a Facebook group time and time again and nothing ever happens. And then they stumble upon someone that is already in the group, that knows management within the group, that basically puts a good word in for them, and then they get added to the group finally. That's not saying that there's plenty of nice open groups out there that don't have you basically take an entrance exam to gain access. You don't have to know the secret handshake without being taught to get in. But if Giants made it easier, holy crap, Giants made it easier to understand what the issues were. I mean, I helped a longtime farm sim friend the other week. He was trying to get a mod sent to the Giants mod hub. It got kicked back 3 times. Every time it got kicked back, the reason for its kickback was, your mod does not meet the quality standards of the mod hub. Please try again. Okay. You want to give me something to go off of? What do you mean, quality standards of the mod hub? I mean, it doesn't have any errors. It passes your pre-test. So what are the quality standards of the mod hub? Finally, through my ambassador channel, managed to get a non-Giants QA employee to look at the mod on their own time, mind you. And I'm very appreciative of that. And he basically said, well, I don't think it's different enough from the in-game version. So, if he makes some other changes to it, changes the store image, explains in his submission why it's different or why it's better than the base game version of that implement, so that gave him something to go off of. And I basically told Giants such. I was like, you know what? If QA would spend maybe 5 minutes and explain a little bit more detail, they would save hours of time in dealing with resubmits for things so it just falls on deaf ears. Here comes the train. I don't want to go across it because it's got a big load. So he made the changes. He added some more specializations, changed the store image, some other things, sent it in. It got kicked back again with the exact same doesn't meet quality standards. So he just said forget it and uploaded it to another site. And I suspect he will never try to submit anything to Giants again. He's not angry at Giants. He doesn't feel that, he doesn't feel slighted. But what he feels, and I agree with him, is that he wasn't given the courtesy to be communicated to with respect to what the issues were. That there, people, is what you call the that's what you call the American, well, just give it more horsepower. Definitely need fuel now. There we go. 125,000 pound Ultimus. Is that a new business? I don't remember Ultimus before. Are you kidding me? I gotta figure out how to. I mean, the least you could do is make the trailer vanish on me. Yeah, well, Farmer, that was a joke too. So it was explained to me what beta mods mean, and beta mods are not beta mods like you think beta mods are. Beta mods aren't like this ATS 1.4 beta. Beta mods in 17, and I was never corrected when I mentioned this in the ambassador forum, so it must mean that I'm right. Beta mods in 17 meant that there was a mod submitted by a previously unknown modder that has never submitted things to the Giants mod hub. So they are a new modder. Beta mod has absolutely nothing to do with the potential quality of the mod, nor does it have anything to do with the mod being deemed complete or deemed to be something that is still a work in progress. I need to go over here and get some fuel. So a beta mod in 17 really just meant that it was the first time that a particular modder had sent something to the mod hub and got submitted or entered. It could be the best map out there ever. Have zero problems. By a first-time map author, NitroDad, let's say, and it would be flagged beta. And then lots of folks would be like, oh, I don't want to play that map because it's beta. I'll wait until it's in full release. Well, that's the thing. It's always it's in full release. It will never not be beta. Nothing ever came out of beta. fact, if you go look at them now, they're still listed as beta. Later, Jan. See ya. No, the way it was explained to me is beta mods are basically mods by new modders that hadn't established themselves as a known entity. Hey, Justin, what's up? Thanks for the sub. Well, I think you're doing a great job learning new skills. Took a long time working on Hazard County. That was a fun little map. Not little, but that was a fun map. Had lots of fun little, inside Dukes of Hazzards type jokes. And your follow-on with the Georgetown, New York, was outstanding. I don't know if you're working on anything new or not. $269 gallons. Didn't have too much headroom there. Oh, well, if you let me know where it's at. I mean, hopefully it's not over a mod network. I've kind of ignored mod network. Amazon sells ATS? I thought ATS was only on Steam. Alright, Nexus will be fine, yeah. I didn't think ATS had physical copies. Thought they were digital delivery through Steam. I'm glad you're liking the tutorials, the how-tos, and everything. Whoa! I don't think. Let's see. There was a comment earlier about the. Hey, is it Flavio? There was a comment earlier about the interior being lighter than the exterior? I don't think so. Now, earlier in the day, it's 3 in the afternoon, but earlier in the day, the interior was a lot darker. But also the sun was at a different angle. And now the sun is clearly over there somewhere. It should be over there somewhere, based on the fact that we've got this part of the dash lit up. And I don't know why that's lit up. I guess the sun's up there. Oh, what in the world is going on here? Did I not take a job? Yes, I did a job. There's the load back there. Oh, you. Get out of my way. Take job. Take this job and shove it. Oh, I'm glad Courseplays helped you out a lot. I know that I personally have given up on Courseplay for now. Just too much frustration. That was months ago. Maybe it's improved since then. I had this realization that I was spending more time fixing it and caring for the Horseplay workers than it would have taken me to do the job myself. So I just stopped messing with it. Hey, you're gonna wait. I've got a load that's about a half-mile long. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Yeah, I mean, courseplay worked great in 17. It was very consistent, very reliable. Did lots of things very, very well. In 19, I mean, I don't know if I want to trust it with a plow. I've seen it jump fields too many times and just keep on working. For whatever reason. All right, let's see. Do we have a viewpoint on our way to where we're going? Oh, man. We hit that one, did we? We hit that one back there because it's blue. Let's hit this one. Oh, good. It'll take us through some of this road we haven't done. Oh, there's another one. Wrong side of the road. I'll have to double back to that one. Yeah, in 17 it was like, you know, you can do it in multiplayer. We tried it a few times in multiplayer. Never got it to work. It always seemed to spew Lua errors, so we just said, oh well. I mean, I'd say you could probably, you know, I mean, using it to mow a field of grass, windrow it, and bale it, that's great among itself. To use it to spray herbicide with seasons, because, you know, hired helpers don't seem to want to do herbicide with seasons. I mean, quite frankly, I've used the in-game helper for quite a long time. I haven't used Courseplay since Emerald Coast. It's been a long time since Emerald Coast. See, I like driving. I prefer to drive yeah, so for me, using Courseplay, or I mean, it's why I never did a video on auto drive, because I never would use, I have no intention of ever using auto drive. So learning how to use it just for the video seemed counterproductive. It's the whole idea of not driving from point A to point B. I'd rather drive from A to B than do certain types of field work. So I have no problem, like, you know, hiring a helper for the harvester, and then I'll run the grain back to the farm. Other people don't want to run grain, they just want to run the harvester. Okay, that's fine. Then others don't want to do either, and they just want to have Courseplay do everything. That's fine. The only wrong way to play is to play in a way that you don't enjoy it. And the only bad map is a map that you don't enjoy playing, that for whatever reason you're forcing yourself to play. I mean, there are broken maps. But the map video today kind of proved that, but I would assume that that map would be perfectly fine to play with without animals. I would hope so. Right, if it's not fun, it's not worth it. That's why we play the game. So my youngest, he's 7. And, of course, he likes the shooter games, right? And he'll get on multiplayer in these, online shooting worlds. And he'll get frustrated when he has people that he feels are cheating. Or teammates that aren't playing fairly. Or aren't playing the way he feels that teammates should play. And, I mean, he'll get angry and scream at the TV. And I'll tell him, you just need to stop. Because if you're getting that worked up over a stupid game, it's not worth it. Games are supposed to be fun and enjoyable. And if you're going to get that mad, that worked up, then just stop. Tyler, it is not the entire U.S. at this point. Maybe at some point it will be. But right now it is a significant portion of the Pacific West. So let's go to the world map and zoom out. So right now we have California, Oregon, Washington, Idaho, Nevada, Utah, Colorado, New Mexico, and Arizona. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 or 9 states. Wyoming, I believe it's this state. That's Montana, right? I think Wyoming is the next state. And then it's supposedly they have teased that Texas is the state after that. There is an add-on called there's an add-on by a group of folks called ProMods, and ProMods has a Canada region that you can add. It is apparently free. Now there's ProMods for Euro Truck Simulator, which is the European version of this game, and I understand that ProMods has a cost to ETS. But folks have told me that ProMods is free for ATS. I haven't really looked into it. Sinbad, this is indeed PC only. Man, that's a long load. I can turn my lights off. ATS or SCS, which is the developer for ATS and ETS2. They typically come out with 2 states a year. Oops. Hit my ignition button. So the next map is going to be the next DLC, which is going to be Wyoming. It will probably show up around June or July, because Colorado dropped in November. Or did it drop in December? And then that means that Texas would possibly drop the end of 2021. Really? You think Wyoming's going to be free? Why would that be? So I like ATS because it's a nice diversion. You just get in the game and just drive and just deliver loads, and kind of imagine being that driver out on the roads, pretending to be your own boss when they're really not, but you can just pretend. It will get a little repetitive, and about that time then they'll come out with a nice event to run. So do you, Corey, do you play with a controller? You have wheel and pedals. Hey, Headlight Gaming, what is up? Welcome to the channel, welcome to the stream. Welcome to Public Beta 1.40. Ah, wheel and pedals, you'll love it. Only way to play. I am kind of curious how, I mean, if you're getting it from Amazon, I'm curious how they deliver add-on content. Because the base game itself was just California and Nevada. Oh, what's the gold edition? Hey, 76 Trucking, what is up? There we go, let's do a little bit of that. Driving on top of the truck. Oh, we better see. Nope, no exit. There's no, you don't drive in a police car, no. We're going to be doubling back just to hit this viewpoint. Well, it's available in the public beta, yes. So that's what we're running right now, the public beta. So on Steam, you can just change your game over. Go to Properties, go to the Betas tab and pick it. And it will then download the public beta update. Whoa, slow down! Oh my gosh! Of course, that'll then preclude you from being able to get into Truckers MP. And they suggest disabling mods, because the new lighting system and the extra chassis might cause some conflicts with various mods. Truckers MP won't get it until it's, you know, in full release, and then, well, who knows how long it will take for them to implement the changes. But it took them quite a while to implement the F-mod audio changes into the game for Truckers MP. So with 1.40 doing the lighting, it's hard to say if they're going to have a hard time implementing that or not. I'm hitting a bunch of viewpoints because these are new. The New Mexico viewpoints are new in this update. My normal answer on what mods do a brand new player need is, I feel brand new players need to understand the mechanics of the base game before they go and mod the heck out of it. And I know lots of people, they just want to get mods and just play with mods. But if you don't understand the mechanics of the base game, then you won't understand when a mod is messing things up. Then you'll just feel the game is broken. And you won't realize that, well, okay, I know the base game doesn't behave like this, so it must be this mod I just added. But there are some. So there's like there's a longer yellow lights mod, because the yellow lights in the game just fly by too quick. There's one I like that's like real trains, that basically gives you more frequent trains and much longer trains. There are a ton of trucks out there. There's a ton of paint schemes out there. Now, what you're seeing here on this profile is pretty much unmodded. So this profile I use for multiplayer isn't running any mods at all. But there is, as Darren said, there's mods out there for real company logos that will make all your advertisements and trailers in game, you know, real brands. There's mods around realistic engines, brakes. I wouldn't get anything around realistic lighting or realistic headlights, because they are changing with 1.4. They're changing the light engine. So any mod that's going to affect lighting is going to be broken soon. No real idea. 876 Trucking. They just released the open beta yesterday. So my guess would be a few weeks. So we're at the start of February now. So possibly March. Do you really need more time to run deliveries? I mean, I've never really run into that problem. But yeah, you can get lost in the Steam Workshop easy with the numbers and the types of mods out there. Now it's 6:30 in the evening. We're going to see what our evening light looks like. We'll see a sunset. So probably a few weeks before it releases to the main branch. And then it might be a few weeks after that before Truckers MP's been able to adopt it. It's hard to tell. I think it was a few months before Truckers MP had adopted the sound changes. Yeah, it's basically the American version of ETS2. I think ATS might have a little bit more over ETS with respect to visuals, but I really don't know that for sure because I don't have ETS2. Oh, just annihilate you, buddy. I need to make a big turn. But ETS2's been out a lot longer than ATS. Time to double back. Well, I don't know. So, depends on your settings. I mean, there are a ton of different settings. We're running pretty well, flat out. Highest settings possible with this particular card. And, running a 2080 Super. 2080 Super, which the new 3000 series cards, if you could buy them, isn't all that impressive anymore. It's GT 710. You're probably going to want to run low settings. 1080p maybe. What's that? Hey, Junior 8 Thought 95. That's an interesting name. This is like an on-ramp. I can imagine what this would look like up in Oregon and Washington State. Going on with you guys, but I'm just gonna pull on around and keep on motoring. But I put the graphics performance up there just because we're running with the new lighting, and I wanted to kind of see how we were doing with frames overall. Overall, it's running pretty darn good. You know, when you hear people talk about new lighting systems, you start worrying how much it's going to, you know, increase the drag on the system. Yeah, I don't expect Colorado will be on sale for a while, just because it just came out. We have an hour and 50 minutes. As long as we don't mess around, we'll get there right about when we need to. There's all that doubling back for the viewpoints. We'll just hammer down and roll this big old transformer down the road. Set her at 77. Rasnack, what's up? If you thought the game looked great before, you need to get the public beta. Check out the new lighting. Be interested to hear your thoughts. I think it looks pretty darn good. So we started out in the morning when we started the stream, and now we're going to end it in night. Kind of fitting. We're able to see the entirety of the lighting changes. Got our new 49X with, can't see it because it's dark, 3 axles on the back. Oh no! That was unexpected. Well, I tell you, when they were showing the lighting off in the stream, yeah, I was looking at the stream thinking, I mean, it doesn't look any different to me. But now that I've loaded the game up, the first time I loaded the game up earlier today with the beta, I was like, oh, it does look different. Just felt a little bit different. I mean, usually I don't really pay that much attention to shadows and general lighting. Oh no. Crashing into everything, aren't we? Are you serious? Oh, look at this. Lost his load of pipes. You're gonna have to give me a ticket, lady. Got a load to deliver. I ain't got time to reroute. Oh, what's up, AJ? We had chicken noodle soup. We're gonna have takeout sushi because our oldest made honor roll for the first time. So she loves sushi. We're gonna order a bunch of sushi from the local place. Pick it up. But went online to get the menu, and they had a thing said no sushi until after the 7th. And we're like, oh man. So she decided to. I was like, okay, we can't do that tonight. Just pick what you want. We'll order from wherever you want. And well, she decided that she was going to bank the sushi so when it was available. There's our 49X with 3 rear axles. So we were going to have chicken last night. Wife's got some real bad back pain, and I was trying to get that map video recorded last night, so ended up punting last night and ordering Red Lobster. Oops. And it's funny, as the oldest one works at Red Lobster now. She's a hostess. So when she came home and saw we ordered Red Lobster, she's like, I didn't see you guys there. It's like, well, we ordered it takeout. And so we just fixed it for tonight. Max, thanks for that. Thanks for joining us. We're going to be going for about another 15 minutes, and then we'll be calling it done. So I think the headlights are definitely different. So those are the low beams. Those are the high beams. I mean, before the high beams were really, really bright. I think I broke. I'm gonna have. I think I busted my right high beam. Hey, what's up? Is it Hanya? Hanya? Well, that's what her mother said. Her mother's like, well, if it was me, I would wait. Because, you know, if you tell your dad that you want to get the ribs from this other local place that they like to get ribs from, and then you're going to say, can we get sushi tonight because it's available? It's like he's going to tell you that, no, you had your special dinner to celebrate your thing. So you don't get two special dinners. So, come on, give it to me. We were a little late. Oh well. So she decided, yeah, okay, let's bank that offer. Ton, Tucumare, Clovis. World map. What roads do I have to? Oh, Clovis. We got roads to expose. Clovis, so we could detour way over here and grab this viewpoint. Dear Clovis, please accept with my sincerest apology. Slight delay in getting your big crawler tractor. Yeah, so we're running maxed out pretty much everything on as far as graphics goes. So depending on your system, will depend on how well it works. Let's see. Soot level good, okay. 158 engine hours. Oh, but come on, Raz, she eats Red Lobster like 4 nights a week. So I really don't. Oh no! Just T-bone it. Yes! Look at that. Standing. Just destroyed a cop car. GTA 5 ATS 2. awesome. Why do we only have 41 likes? I mean, that right there, that should take us over the top. There should be like 50 likes because of that one incident. Come on, people. Get with the like program. Well, look, see the Western Star, so tough. No damage at all. All right, so we're going to divert. There. Add a little bit to the trip. Oh, Raznik, thanks for the super chat, buddy. You said you wanted to pay for the shipping, and that more than pays for the shipping. Can't wait to see the photos of the swag hung up in the gamer den. You got two posters. They're two-sided, so you can pick which side you want out. You got a stack of postcards with images from Ravenport and Felsburn. And then you got a good half dozen or more stickers of various brands, including the hotly contended John Deere sticker. That's right, a John Deere sticker. I mean, it would go perfect for your Emerald Coast series. Hey, Clint, what's up? Yeah, 18 Wheels is a... man, that's like a distant cousin, isn't it? Granddaddy. That's the granddaddy of trucking games. Crazy things? Well, you gotta have Steam, and basically go to Steam and buy it off of Steam, and there you go. Do you believe it's on sale currently? Might be on sale for $4.99. I almost sent you a Farm Sim beanie. But I figured it was going to puff the envelope up too much. Oh, yeah, I don't know if there's anything anywhere close to being equivalent on Xbox. I mean, it would be awesome if it was, right? Blinks, I think it's $4.99. It's over on Steam, so just go to Steam and look it up. I think it's on sale. It's on sale a lot. Folks, we're talking about some other content for ATS that was on sale, so usually if one thing's on sale, the whole kit and caboodle's on sale. European rigs. I don't know anything about it. I don't own a console. Well, we do. We own a Switch. There you go. Base game, that includes California and Nevada. And then Arizona is a free DLC. So $4.99 will get you 3 states. Plenty of hours of gameplay. And then there's other states that you could pick up over time. Oh my, we got another cop over here. We're gonna go by here slowly because, I mean, look at the lights. The lights on the road. You know, the reflections in the truck. That's Frio Goo. Do you have ATS Nitro, Dad? I mean, I'd like to see you drive ATS with joysticks. You play it with joysticks? It's hard to believe that we were doing that awful multiplayer challenge 2 years ago, were we not? It's just February. We were just ending it, right? Because we did that the entire month of January. We put all that time in doing forestry. Since then, you've released 2 maps and spent who knows how many hours in Giants Editor. Construction equipment fan, what is up? Now, this viewpoint isn't going to be the greatest because it's at night, but we're going to hit it anyway. You know what? So you tell her this. You tell her this. It's like, I could be out drinking. I could be out boozing it up. Could be out playing poker. Losing a bunch of money, gambling. But instead, I'm here at the house, hunkered over a screen, building out a pretend country world. Is it all that bad? All right, the city of Vaughn. I don't know how you steer with a mouse. I mean, do you go left and right, and that's left and right? I've heard people talking about that. Post Ed. I think we have some new companies. I don't ever remember an orange Post Ed truck. Well, that's cool, like a pink church. St. Mary's Parish. There's a sleep mechanic in ATS. I just have it disabled. Oh, the inspection mechanic. Well, you just have to pull in for an inspection. They weigh you and then you pull out. I don't know anything about ETS to know what the sleep mechanic in ETS is or how that compares to sleeping in ATS. But typically in ATS, you have to sleep. I've just disabled it. Alright, we're just gonna gun it. Oh, nothing up here. Hey, you put out some really nice vehicles and stuff, Scooter's Workbench, so I don't know, you know, your woodworking stuff, if that was just what you did with the stuff you did with woodworking, but I would suspect that you bring pleasure and happiness to a wider breadth of people than with woodworking too. But I mean, woodworking is good getaway also. Yeah, the lighting is definitely different with the bright beams. This feels a lot realer as far as the illumination goes. Yeah, multiplayer, it's a lot of fun, ATS, because you can You get in with a bunch of people you know and run a convoy to a destination. Or even meet brand new people. It can be multiplayer. There's an add-on. There's an add-on service called Truckers MP. You sign up for an account, and then there's a little launcher you use to get into the multiplayer map. Now, I think someone was teasing that they were maybe going to add multiplayer to the game at some point. You wouldn't need to use Truckers MP, but we just passed the Billy the Kid Museum. If we go through Roswell, you see all kinds of alien references. All right, later, Resnick. Thanks for dropping by. We're going to be done as soon as we drop this load off. Hope you guys have enjoyed the stream. Enjoyed seeing the new lighting system. Looking at the new truck configurations. Well, crazy kid, there's always the replay. And we're not done quite yet. Got 36 miles to go. Thor, have you got the open beta? Curious what you think of the new lighting. Thanks for the super chat, Clint. But at least for my system, it doesn't seem like the new lighting is dragging anything down. So hopefully that is the experience other people have also. I've said it a few times in the stream already that, you know, when a game developer starts talking about implementing a new lighting system, start to get worried that it's going to introduce a big drag on system performance. That doesn't seem to have been the case so far with this update. See the reflection of the guy's brake lights off the front of the truck. I don't know if we had that type of thing going with the old lighting system. You know, a lot of these things I don't pay attention to. I am using a Thrustmaster P or T150. And the Thrustmaster T3PA pedals. Oh well, Crazy Kid right now it's $4.99. It won't get any cheaper than that. Yeah, I suspect that's going to be the case with ATS2 or ATS also. Is mod support with the new lighting is going to be pretty sketch until folks can work on it with the open beta now that that's out. I mean, this profile here that we're running is pretty much mod free, because this is my multiplayer profile. I wouldn't dare think about booting it up with the Pony Express profile. That one's got a fair number of mods added. So I won't be running that up until it goes, full release probably for a little while. And there we go, everybody. I want to thank you for coming out and watching. If you're not familiar with what is in the Open Beta 1.4, there is a link to the post, the blog post in the description below. There's also information about kind of a summary of what's available in 1.3 or 1.4. Basically, we get more chassis options for all the trucks, including the Western Star. If you remember, the Western Star first came out, we just had day cab, but now we have two different sleeper options. And then we have a boatload of chassis configurations. So we've got a forward and then a back chassis. You can see what it does here with respect to the headlights. It kind of shifts the whole thing back. Kind of swept headlights here. Like the engine is, the wheels are over the engine. But on this one, the engine is kind of out in front of the wheels. And then we go to 8x6 mid lift, 8x6. We have an 8x4 long and an 8x6 long. That's what we're running. Here we got some new transmission options, new configuration options, especially here on like the bumper. We can get a logging bunker here, and then we can put on a forestry guard. There, we can put on some mud flaps, forestry truck, put a chrome bumper on the front, and then do a chromed logger like that look. Something like that. And oops, let's go back. And then for all the other trucks, So there's different chassis for most of the other trucks. Cascadia, we've got 8x4s, 6x4s, 4x2s, a little old baby 4x2s. Some of the chassis now have these little baby 4x2s. And some of these trucks have long 8x6 chassis and so forth. So yeah, go give it a check out. ATS is currently on sale on Steam, $4.99. This is the open beta. If you already have ATS, just go to the game in Steam, right click on it, hit properties, go to the beta tab, select open beta 1.4. It'll download the update and then boom, you're in. But definitely run a profile without mods, because you might run into a lot of problems with mods and 1.4 at this point. So until next time, happy trucking. Yeah, there's changes for the Freightliner and International too. Go look at the blog post. It'll outline all the changes for all the trucks.